If you want to check out different content from myself, I've just set up a second channel where I'm going to post fitness and things. The link for that will be in the description. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another one of my favourite players in FIFA 20. A bit of confusion in yesterday's video. I don't think that these are the best players in the game. What I'm saying is they're my favourite players from periods during FIFA. So, for example, Jamie Vardy was available for around 25k. At his lowest, you could complete him for 16k. At his highest, it would have cost you 31. He was an SBC, of course, but he helped me through an awful lot in terms of the beginning, right? So, where cards aren't particularly great, and some of the sort of higher rated next level cards were really expensive, this was a very cheap and cheerful SBC. Yeah, he's only got 3-star, and he doesn't have an awful lot of agility with a certain chem style, sniper in this case. And the team that we had him in, of course, that wasn't anything fantastic. I think that was that the Prem team? It was, not my Prem team. I read Prem in the top left. It was my Road to Glory team, and it was like the Prem side that I had. But the whole premise of this series really is to have a look back at some of the cards that I really enjoyed using at the time. Like, I know full well that if I went back and tried to play with some of these cards now, I know they would be bad. I know they wouldn't feel very good. It was a bit of confusion yesterday with Mertens. I said that, he was a fantastic player, and the 8 out of 10 in the bottom middle of the screen is sort of my enjoyment more than it is, I wouldn't give him an 8 out of 10 now, obviously, because that wouldn't make any sense. He'd be nowhere near as good now as what he was back then. But that's my point, and that's the whole point of this. Jamie Vardy was a player that knew how to score goals, and as soon as the near post stuff started really coming through, because we didn't really learn too much about it until later on in, a couple of months into the game cycle, then Jamie Vardy started scoring a lot of goals for me. See, current price 25k is what I paid for him. The sort of higher or lower is what I've just gone Footbin and have a look to see what the highest and lowest was based on their, I say based on their prices. It's based on everyone's prices, but you know what I mean. So not everyone did this. In fact, there was probably only about 2% of the community that did it, and it is the road to the final Alejandro Gomez. Now, of course, if I kept him, he would have been 92 rated or something stupid like that, because Atalanta went quite far. When I completed the SBC, they were rooted to the bottom of the group. They showed absolutely no signs of life, and I honestly didn't expect them to be able to get out of the group. My only hope was that they could finish third, go into the Europa League, and then A, would become contenders, and B, this card would probably change into a Europa League card. However, it didn't matter too much, because he then obviously they managed to get through, and he managed to get a fair few upgrades. So, was the card any good? The 86 itself was decent, but as he progressed, he just got better and better. And at the time, when they were rooted to the bottom and, they released this, everyone laughed and everyone was like, why the hell would anyone want to pay 140-odd thousand coins? I think he actually cost me close to 150. Why would anyone want to pay 150,000 coins for a player who, at best, will end up as a Europa League card? And that is, if they can manage to win the last few games that they have and they needed results to go their way, etc. I really liked him, and this was before I knew how to take a free kick, but I really liked him. He was one of those unbelievably, that's when the game would allow you to take really bad free kicks and it would still hit the target. I remember. Should have scored then, really, shouldn't I? Seeing as how that was a broken free kick. Yeah, I feel quite stupid for not putting that in. But he was one of those broken cards, really, like unbelievably good agility, fit the meta very, very well, very, very quick, very good in front of goal, and a nice passer of the ball. And, of course, his positioning was very good as well. 170,000 coins he cost me. Jeez, no wonder people were laughing at me when I completed it, because a lot of people were saying, why are you so stupid? Like, why have you completed that? It's a pointless card. I think, did he have an 86 already? Was like his UCL card, or something, an 86, I think. And it was basically the same thing. I'm not sure. This card, this has seen me through 500 games in FIFA 20. Obviously, he was released quite early on, very early on almost, and he was very expensive when he was first released. I say highest, 700k. The very first price he actually posted on the market was 1.3 million. But I'm not taking that because that is obviously... Or he's just come out on Wednesday and we've packed him and now we're going to list him for 1.3. I don't think anyone actually would have bought him for 1.3. So we're going for 700k, which is the most consistent highest price. The lowest was 73 and that was just after Team of the Season when everyone thought the game had died off. And of course his current price is 115 and that's mainly because of the rating and the fact that he's an inform. On the road to glory, he has been my my left wing for... I couldn't even tell. Well, I can't tell you 500 odd games. I wouldn't say he was my main left wing for 500 games because in recent times I still have him as well. I still haven't given him up, but in recent times I have favoured maybe Vinicius, and I've been testing out a few other players here or there. But yeah, he has been my main attacker. I would say my most consistent attacker since almost the very beginning of the game. I was very lucky to get him as a red pick. And my pack luck this year hasn't been anywhere near as good as last year on the road to glory. Last year we had 3 Ronaldos. This year haven't got Ronaldo or Messi or anyone like that, like a Kevin De Bruyne or anything big in that sense. I've packed the odd big card. Eden Hazard, which was really, really helpful. A Kante very early on, which was a 300k player at the beginning of the game when I packed him. Now he's just, rating. But... yeah, I've not been as lucky. Hopefully, FIFA 21, the luck can return and we can pack Ronaldo 3 times. But Eden Hazard has been an absolute godsend to me. Had I not had him that early doors, then I would probably have been in a bit of trouble. We would not have had that accomplished left-sided player. And he scored me so many goals. He's got like 300-400 goals in 500 games with about 250 assists or something stupid. It was a very, very, very lucky acquisition. At the time... must for FUT Champs. His dribbling, his acceleration. To be fair, you can still use the card. It's just that he has like 3 or 4 better ones now, so why would you want to? But if you have it and you don't use it anymore, maybe break it out and give it a go. I'm very happy to say that those 3 cards helped me out a lot during FIFA 20, and we are progressing through the list. I kind of want to do 3 an episode. I will bump it up to 4 if you want, but obviously... with the game being as it is right now, there's not an awful lot of scope to do much else on it. I don't want to start doing FIFA 21 sort of squad builder predictions or anything like that just yet because we are a little bit too early. I kind of want more extensive gameplay release so I can actually judge what it's like. I've had a little go of the beta, so I kind of know what to expect. But at the same time, when they release gameplay after the beta, it has changed slightly, so I would like... maybe a little bit more in the way of information before I start doing those sort of things. So we kind of need to spread these out a little bit. So I think 3 an episode, talk extensively about each player. And hopefully now you understand that it's not players that I necessarily think could still do it today, although some of them could. And it's not necessarily my favourite players, meaning the best. It's just players that I remember using the most. And I remember helping me out the most. If that makes any sense. If you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more of this type of thing, all you need to do is hit the like button. You can keep leaving your favourite players in the comments down below. Interesting to read some. And maybe if I haven't used them, maybe we could go out and use them and maybe do an episode of your favourite players. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, of course. And until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.